Hello, this is Ralph K. Ginorio. Give me a few minutes and I'll suggest an idea worth considering. One of the things that's hardest to give up is the illusion of normalcy. I'm a Christian. I'm not a good one, but I am a Christian. And I've lived in a society that has been defined by its Christianity since the time of the Emperor Constantine. That's 1700 years. The Christian West is no longer Christian. Since World War II, it has become more and more like pagan Rome. It's a terrible realization to somebody who believes that freedom, as we understand it in America, and Christianity cannot really exist without the other. And I do believe that. But we've got to understand the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. The era where Christians are the norm under the law is over, at least for the time being. We are in a period where the norm is a morally neutral citizen, a religiously neutral citizen. So, how do we as conservatives survive in this? First of all, we reaffirm our faith. Whether that faith is Jewish or Christian or libertarian, we reaffirm it in our personal lives. We understand that what really makes any believer is persuasion. We stop looking to the law to protect our society from the crazy people, from the licentious people, and from the moral decay which we see all around us, because the law can't do it. Only thou shalt not can only work if the people under that law believe in God. Other than that, it's a matter of force. Force is not legitimacy. So in our personal lives, we need to practice our faith, we need to explore it, we need to persuade people, we need to live it. But we need to stop pigeonholing conservatism as people who believe in freedom everywhere except in the bedroom, in freedom everywhere except in personal life. We must wake up to the reality that what holds us together as conservatives and what makes the United States great is this principle of freedom. And we must step away from the kind of laws and policies that restrict people and that are seen to be bigoted. Where do we draw the line? If we're going to allow gay marriage, gay lifestyles as normalized, not just tolerated, but normalized, which is where most of the American people are, at least in the Northeast and on the coasts. Where do we stop? Well, we probably have to stop with abortion. But do we stop abortions best by making them against the law, or by understanding that they are permitted under the law, by perhaps making state laws here and there, but in truth stepping away from the concept that law modifies moral behavior and just persuade people with our own lives that in fact abortion is murder? We owe it to America to cohere around the concept of freedom, to recognize that we live in a post-Christian society or an inter-Christian moment in our Western civilization. We need to allow the world to see us for what we are, people who stand for human and personal choice with the broadest possible definition. Expose the progressives and liberals as the control freaks they really are, and let the American people make a real choice in the future. And trust that God's will not be trammeled by a society that stops enforcing morality with laws that don't work. Rather, instead, we trust in faith. We trust in the grace of God. We trust in the persuasive ability of a good and faithful person to reach hearts and minds in a way that no law ever could. God bless America. We need to stand for freedom. Be well.